appreciate it very much. These have been partly implemented and 4 have not. That's why I say some have been partly. Unfortunately, the core issues that we raised, in fact, not 2 years ago, but in 2015, and that we regularly check whether the authorities have implemented the recommendations that GRECO, which is the Council of Europe anti-corruption body, issued to Bosnia and Herzegovina. We actually check every year, more or less, whether these recommendations have been implemented. And as we speak, none of the recommendations that we issued has been fully implemented. There's some areas that are of particular concern to me. The first one is the issue of the non-existence of a framework to deal with conflict of interest. You see, this is very important to prevent corruption before it actually arises. When corruption takes place, society has lost. We all have lost collectively as a community. This is why we need to manage the situations of conflict of interest before they become a problem later on down the line. And we've issued very precise recommendations to Bosnia in this respect, and we have not seen yet any progress there. Now, this is a very risky area, and one that, if it's not regulated, leaves the door wide open to corruption opportunities in the public sector. That includes the public sector in general, the political system, etc. So it is an area that I would argue does require urgent attention at political level. Another area, set of recommendations related to the corruption prevention of the judiciary. And I use the term judiciary to cover judges, prosecutors, judicial system. And there, I like to quote our president, the GRECO president, who likes to say that if you don't trust the judiciary, who else can you trust, right? And so the idea really here again is to set in place a number of barriers around the judiciary so that corruption is prevented before it becomes a problem. And there again, there is an issue that relates to the adoption of the new law on the high, I think it's called Judicial and Prosecutorial Council. Still haven't seen progress there. But we also have to make sure at the same time of the legal legislative process, we also have to make sure that what exists now is actually implemented and that there is no undue pressure over the judiciary. The judiciary has to act in an independent manner, has to be perceived as acting independently, and that's really important to lead by example the rest of the community.